paciencia.
Nella ciencia. Hey Taters, how you guys doing? Okay. Oh gosh. So, let me see the background. Oh no, that's not on. Okay, so the background music is playing. I fixed the kick title. But kick be getting on my nerves sometimes. Damn. And there we go. So guys, I am so this illness got me behind. Massively behind on my political channel. And I was in the process, like right when the day I got sick was the day I was gonna like stay devoted towards this channel. Yeah, the phlegm, the mucus has gone down tremendously, so you shouldn't hear me cough that much today. And I have got a lot of sleep, but I'm like sitting here looking at all the daggone. I'm looking at all of the all of the work I gotta do. Hi, Colleen. Hi, Cat. Hi, Cordell. Hello, Boat. So we have my we have Twitch behind me and everything like that. So I need to decide. I think I'm gonna like turn some of this stuff into independent. I may have to record on my I may have to record on my hard drive too. Anyway, I don't know what to do. I may just I don't know. Let me I want to be able to make a couple of content tonight. Are you an individualist or a collectivist? Am I individualist or collectivist? I'm neither. There you go. That's the answer. I'm neither. Okay. I want to. So for some crazy reason, this tweet, and I think it was Joseph who sent me that. Somebody sent me a tweet. It's just amazing that my reply. I want to say Joseph. Joseph sent me this tweet. That's what I want to say. Joseph sent me this tweet from this stupid girl. She's a sugar baby, by the way. Nothing wrong with it, but she's one of these pick-me's. Like, oh, please let me be one of your victims. So I was gone for over a week, or maybe just a week. And my notifications were just crazy. My notifications were like straight, like, oh my God, what's going on? So I do believe Joseph took this tweet and at me with it and said something like she wants to be chosen or something. I can't remember. It happened so long ago, I can't remember now. So I looked at it. I looked at her. I looked at him and said, he came out looking like this? He legit came out and thought this looked cool? Like, look at that head. Now, while everybody was losing their mind about the Tates, of course, I was on my back the entire time. I'm on my back like I'm sick. I'm trying to get myself well again, this, that, and the other. Okay. And so she's like, I met Tristan Tate and his hair is real. What a thing to say. What a thing to say. And he swear he looked good, right? So by the way, I had no idea this was going to catch 66 impressions. 66,000 impressions. That's ridiculous. 66,000 impressions. And I've been gone for a week. And all I said was, you met a pimp, pedo, rapist, human trafficker, Tristan Tate in person. And the first thing you felt the need to tell us is that his receding hairline is real? Girl, go sit your dumb ass down. That's all I said. And before then, I went after Sterling Cooper. Because Sterling Cooper wanted to sit up here and try to come after women. But I was like, I had to remind everybody, Sterling Cooper is gay. Now, putting up with, I'm not coming out. So I just came out swinging. So, like, So this was the 4th, and I think this is me on the 10th. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I haven't been saying much of anything because whatever. Then I came out that, and this is the one that caught a lot of retweets, of likes, of comments. Not this right here by Pearl. Although this did eventually catch on. So this is, I did record the space where the Groypers were just clowning her the entire time. By the way, I did not even see if I got any, maybe she never, okay. Anyway. So, Pearl sounds like she's a tard for real. A lead paint eating tard. So, this was amazing. But anyway, so to my surprise, Twitter was on code with this clown. They were not like, yeah, guys, these guys are innocent. I can't remember how many times I had to deal with the bots that are under the Tates. Roger Stone went over there. Then he tweeted about them being innocent. Hold on, let me get that. I had to go after him too. Roger Stone's a POS. Look at it. I'm like, I like this. Peace is always the first solution, but bro has a plan B. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. Right here. Right. So, Roger Stone is a POS dude. He a POS. And he says, he deleted this tweet. Richard Greenell secured the release of the Tates because there was no evidence against them. So now, of course, little Ron DeSantis says these U.S. citizens who have no pending charges against them are not welcome in Florida. Well, he erased it that. Because these monkeys, not the little white monkey here, the two half-breed monkeys over here, right? They sat there and said, oh, Ron DeSantis saying we're not welcome. That's the reason why we back Brian Byron McDonald, right? And then Byron was like, I don't support them either. They don't belong here. I agree with Ron DeSantis. They need to get out of here. Blah, blah, blah. So, and I got too lazy to try. I got his video about this, and it was so good to see Ron DeSantis and also Bryson stand up for things, right? And cause like I'm like, Roger, you supposed to be like Trump's next hand, you supposed to be all cool to Trump, whatever, and you messing up his legacy. But the conservatives, because I always say if the Democrats ever want to give the Republicans a black eye, rub the Tates in our faces. And only that one guy did it, the older white guy. He's the only one I've seen him really call it out. So that just goes to show you the Democrats not even on code. So I said, how much are the Tates paying you, Roger? You piece of crap. When did defending PDF files, rapists, pimps, human traffickers equate to conservatism? Also, why did you delete this? You know what I mean? And of course, y'all know we're going to depend upon our boy. Crayon. Wait a minute. Where's Crayon? Wait. I know I had retweeted something from Crayon. But here we go. Because I told y'all, like, Tate is heavily loved by Elon. So we have AP, because some guy named Neo, this is supposed to be one of Tate's henchmen. So he put human trafficked in quotations. And then the note said correct. But I think they made a updated version to this, right? I do believe there's an updated version to this. Hold on, let's go. I do believe. Here we go. So here's the update. Oh no, they turned it back? Oh, it had more context to it. I'm put yes to myself. Okay. It had more context to it. I guess they changed it back to where it was. So they put justice.gov, human traffic, dhs.gov/blue campaign. So there's that. Jennifer says she was 15 years old when he was beating her on camera. That means he likely met her when she was 14 or even younger. It does not matter how brainwashed or compliant she may have been. She was a child, and abuse is evil. There you go. Then we have this one by our buddy Milk Bar Nathan, who goes into a long thread about this. In October 2021, a woman allegedly forced to work on webcam by the Tate brothers in Romania escaped to a nearby police station for help. This is this disturbing story of what happened, how the Romanian police protected the Tate brothers and swept it under the rug. It's still doing it. They still got the Tates. I mean, the Tates got the Romania still under their pay grade. So I don't depend upon Romania to do what they're supposed to do. It's going to be up to us or even England. Because for them to grease the palm. Now, by the way, the case hasn't been dropped by the Romanian government, by the way. It hasn't even been dropped. They were just allowed to come to Florida. They were allowed to travel to America. The case ain't even started yet. They haven't even had a court. They can't even schedule the court date to have these men go into court because they keep pushing it over. And this is the reason why you got like when these guys get out of the corrupt area like Romania, you got to catch them. You got to just go ahead and like, England need to not agree to expedite these guys because they're not. I'm giving up on Romania. I don't think Romania is going to do anything. Those clowns just locked up a 101-year-old soldier because they said he worked for Russia. Let's not forget they canceled the elections. They got rid of competition because it was between this woman and this man to be the next leader of Romania. They got rid of him. Okay. And then recently, Romania arrests well over 20-something Romanian citizens, not because they did any crime, it's because they might be affiliated with Russia. And I'm like, wait. You mean to tell me they get to lock up their own citizens for being maybe sort of kind of associated with Russia, which is not a crime? But the men who literally committed a crime over there, nah, y'all can go. Nah, dude. Y'all could just forget about Romania doing anything with the Tates itself protecting them. As long as that money is still coming in, they're not going to do anything. You would have to depend upon America or Britain. And let me show you what had happened when it came to Britain. This was a week ago. Starmer is the prime minister, okay, of Britain right now. And this is what happened at the Parliament a week ago.
The Prime Minister knows we all support him in that effort. But can I take him back to President Trump's reliability? 4 British women have accused Andrew Tate of rape and human trafficking, and British police have issued arrest warrants. The Tates have tried to escape justice, first to Romania and now to the United States, but I'm delighted that Florida has thankfully opened a criminal investigation.
And this is the reason why Ron DeSantis is going to always have his back. I'm going to always have his back. Trump own people are in cahoots with this clown. Here you have Byron. I keep mixing that boy's name up. Bison. Okay. You got Ron DeSantis saying, hey, you're not welcome in Florida. We don't allow your kind here. And yet still you got one of Trump's lawyers. You got Roger Stone. You got Greasehead. And you got J.D. Vance following this guy. It's amazing. Well, notice the Epstein files aren't being released. Does surprise. Yeah, Rebecca, baby, you know, honey, you know them daggone Epstein files are not going to get released. You know they not going to release them. I would be surprised if they do release them. I would be surprised if they do release them.
Romania now to the United States, but I'm delighted that Florida has thankfully opened a criminal investigation. But does the Prime Minister agree that people who are wanted by British police of such appalling crimes should stand trial in our country? And given his assessment that President Trump really is a reliable ally, will his government request an urgent extradition of the Tate brothers?
Prime Minister.
This is a live issue, as he'll appreciate, and therefore I'll tread carefully. But the principle is absolutely clear. Justice must be done in all cases, including in this case. But I won't go into the details because this is a live case, as he knows.
Okay, so that's somewhat promising. Okay. To see if they're going to do something, and they already have a case where they're going to investigation here in America. So we have to see how this turns out. Now, of course, you know, Florida AG James, this is a very unique last name. Uthmeyer. Investigation to the Tate brothers still ongoing. Let's read this. Despite the Tates brothers leaving the state, Florida Attorney General James Uthmeyer on Monday said an investigation still ongoing. The social media personalities and media provocateurs have been under investigation in Romania on accusations of forming an organized criminal group, human trafficking, trafficking of minor, abuse with a minor, SA of a minor, money laundering. They have all denied wrongdoing. Quote, these guys are charged with pretty horrific offenses around the world, Uthmeyer told reporters at an unrelated press conference in Tampa. There are victims that have come forward around the world, and we're looking at possible victims and possible conduct that may have taken place on Florida soil. After Romanian prosecutors lifted a travel ban, the Tates flew to Florida last month on a private jet, according to media. What is this word? Petra School, a spokesperson for the Andrew Tates. Later explained they were vacationing in Miami. They've since left the state. Andrew Tate's popularity is particularly exploded online due to his increasingly inflammatory statements, claiming amongst things that women were partially responsible for being R-worded, depression isn't real, Nazis might not have been the bad guys in World War II, and women belong to men. Governor Ron Desantis has weighed in on the brothers' presence in Florida, saying the Sunshine State is not a place where you're welcome with that type of conduct. Since then, Andrew Tate has steadily trolling the governor and Uthmeyer on his X account, including posting over the weekend that the first thing the manager of the hotel in Vegas said, sorry about Florida, this is a lie. Never trust anything that come out of these men's mouths. Never trust anything out of their mouths. Okay. Sorry about Florida treating you the way you have come when you first come home. Florida's not their home. What are you talking about? They let everybody down. Your hotel suite is comp. Okay, this is a lie too. This is a lie. The Tate lies so much. That's why I can't believe anything that they say. Okay. Vacationing in Jay Waller's basement. I believe that. The Tates apparently also traveled to California, where Andrew Tate tagged Governor Newsom in another post Sunday saying, I'm in LA, please begin criminal charges. As if, what the hell is Newsom going to do? Newsom, this is up his alley. He likes people like you. Uthmeyer was unbowed Monday. Look, we respect the rule of law in this state. We're not going to bring any case without evidence to back it up. You have to commit it. You have that commitment from me. It seems like they've done some pretty gross things in other countries. I don't have the jurisdiction there. But if there's evidence that they committed a crime in Florida, we will pursue that further. Okay. So there's that. Now, I don't know who this James Kennedy is. Press 1 if you know who James Kennedy is. I have no idea who he is. Let me see what you guys are saying. They went. I wonder if they went to Arizona to say hi to Michaela Peterson. Is she in Arizona? I don't know why y'all surprised Candace continue to do what she's doing with them. Like, why is that a shock? Water is wet. Duh. Okay, nobody know who this guy is? Okay. Byron. Thank you, Joe. Okay, so Tristan Tate to James Kennedy. You're a wuss. Cave to woke mob. So Tristan Tate is ripping James Kennedy in a new one, blasting the Vanderpump Rules alum for deleting a photo of them and caving to online backlash. Andrew brother unloaded on James on social media, explained the lead up to the photo over the weekend in Las Vegas, which James posted and then scrubbed from his account. Tristan claims James begged and kissed my ass for 30 minutes straight and called me a hero. He knew exactly who I was and what content I made. That's interesting considering James said he was unfamiliar with the content and the allegations against him and regretted posting the photo. Tristan then lowers the boom on James, adding, he's just a PUSSY who can't handle DMs from woke tards and F this guy. As you know, the Tate brothers arrived in the United States last week after Romania officials finally allowed them to leave the country. The brothers were charged in 2022. I don't need to go through all this. So, Ariana made... I don't know any of these people. I don't know who James Kennedy is, and I don't know who this Ariana that chick is. Ariana Maddox unfollows James Kennedy after Andrew and Tristan Tate selfie. But it gets worse, y'all. Hold on, I'm going to show you something. Ariana Maddox has made her stance on Vanderpump Rules alum James Kennedy's reputation was on the rise. His DJ career was soaring, and he was no longer drinking, claiming to be California sober. His long-term girlfriend, Ali Luber, seems to be keeping his feet on the ground despite his growing fame. But things started to change in December 2024. Following a Christmas party at the Kathy Hilton's home on December the 10th, James was arrested for domestic violence. Oh, no wonder he liked the Tates. Oh, it makes sense now, chat. It makes sense now. Allegedly, he picked up Allie and threw her to the ground during a drunken argument at their home. No formal charges were filed, but Allie packed up her things and moved out. A few weeks later, she announced their breakup. Now James has fallen further. After meeting Andrew and Tristan Tate, the podcasters facing human trafficking and R-word charges in Florida, he posted a photo of them on Instagram. Not only did his friend and former castmate Adriana immediately unfollowed him, but he lost 1,754 followers in one single day. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Here we go. I thought I could like make this pop out. No? Oh, that's terrible. All right. So, his Instagram, He's been losing people. What is his Instagram? It's James Kennedy. Let me see if we can find it on. How do I get his? Hold on, guys. James Kennedy Instagram. Here we go. Okay. Let's see. Oh gosh. I swear I don't know who this is, but okay. Let's go check them out. Copy. Okay, social blade. We're gonna do Instagram, and on Instagram we're gonna do this one. Oh my God, they're gonna make me sign in just to see. You gotta be kidding me. You gonna make me sign in? I never signed. Hold on. Instagram. How do you do this? What is this? Let's see if all of them gonna make me do this. Okay. Ooh, chat, look. Ooh. This look bad, dude. This look bad. So, okay. So 400, 279, 211, 210. You lost 18,021, 19,069, 12,000. Ooh. Dang. Whoever this guy is, people mad at him. She is white. I would have pressed charges. Well, you know white women don't press charges, honey. We know how that is. They the least demographics to press charges. We are looking at some guy named James Kennedy. And yeah, he's still getting canceled from posing with the Tates, even though he deleted the video. I mean, the picture. So, okay, so that's where he's from, the Vanderpump Rules show. Jordan, he looks so poor. You see how poor he look? Hold on. Now, this boy looks small. He looks small and po. Look at this. Imagine this. Imagine this is beating up on women. He has to be 5'4". This little thing is beating up on women. 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". 5'4". Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. You're going to catch me with a dog every time. Like, I am a sucker for the doggies. Give it to him already. Okay. So, all right. Once he learned the brother's backstory, James immediately deleted the post and apologized. I regret posting a photo with the Tate brothers at the event last night, explaining that he was unfamiliar with the content and the allegations against them. I only knew them as podcasters that had posted a viral clip about the Vanderpump. Really? I have since educated myself and condemned their beliefs, and I'm sorry to all that I have offended. Sadly, the damage have already been done. When Instagram user Bravo Buds posted their updates on James' declining followers, one poster commented, "I am one of the 1734, and she wasn't alone." In addition to one reply saying, "Me too," many responded, "I was one of them." Others admitted that they unfollowed James following the domestic violence incident. I love when the chicken come home to roost. I love this. This is great. All right, so let's get into the too lazy to try. We're going to do his reaction to this video because he kind of put it all together. Now, I don't know where the Tates are right now. I don't know if they're in Romania, they're in Dubai. I don't know. James Kennedy is 6'1", looking like that? No way. Be more like Leon Kennedy, less like James Kennedy. I don't believe you there, that shizzle. So here we go.
All these losers tweeting negatively at me who hate me so deeply because they saw a part of a YouTube video once and it offended them to their core. They can't stop tweeting against me.
No, because you are a criminal. And you know what? I have to admit, you picked the best country to do all your criminal activities in. You might as well. It's like you being in Ukraine. As long as you got the money, you don't get to do the time. As long as you got the money, you don't get to do the time.
And Megyn Kelly thinks I'm bad, and she's never even spoken to me. All these people.
Oh, did Megyn Kelly talk against him? Wait a minute. Did our girl Megyn Kelly talk against the Tates? Hold on. How do you spell her name? How do you do Megyn Kelly's name? Hold on. Okay, there we go. Megyn Kelly Tate. Is she gonna curse? Oh, look at this. Deeply satisfying watching Megyn Kelly call Andrew Tate a piece of human excrement. Thanks for the shout out and playing the Milk Bar TV clip. One important correction. No charges have been dropped. This is a lie the Tates spread. The Romanian prosecutor is rewriting the indictment in the first case to fix 3 minor errors. The compilation of Andrew Tate that played in the Megyn Kelly show clip is taken from the thread attached underneath this post that documents the many allegations and charges made against Tate. I recommend looking at it to get a broad overview of the many horrific things Tate is alleged to have done and current status of his cases. I'm so proud. I'm so proud of Nathan.
So we've botched round one of the big Epstein file release. And at the same time in the news yesterday was the return of the despicable Tate brothers to the United States. Now, I don't know much about the brother Tristan, but I've seen enough about Andrew Tate to realize he's a disgusting pig misogynist. And that's fine. You can be a disgusting pig misogynist and live in the United States of America. It's really not much of my business. His return to the United States, okay, I don't really care. I mean, he's an American citizen. He's got dual citizenship, U.S. and U.K. So I guess he's allowed to come back because supposedly these charges against him for sex.
How come these clowns don't have a problem with dual citizenship when they got it? Like, everybody got a problem with people, some Jews having dual citizenship. But when you got dual citizenship out of Britain, dual citizenship out of Germany, dual citizenship out of Romania, Dubai, what? You get to have those dual citizenship. Oh my God, you are just a terrorist if you have a dual citizenship out of America and Israel.
Trafficking, etc. in Romania. Some have been dropped due to some prosecutorial negligence in the case, and others are remaining. They're supposed to go back to Romania in the next year or so to go answer more. They're also facing potential charges in the UK, same type of thing. What I care about, because I don't know the legalities and I haven't looked into them, so I'm not going to, tie him up there. What I know is he's a disgusting, vile creature with whom I want nothing to do. And the more influence he has over the young men of America, the more my stomach turns. And it's because Andrew Tate is not just an alleged criminal, put that to the side. He's just a very bad man. And I'll give you an example in this budded sot that we've pulled, which will give you a feel for why I loathe him.
They didn't teach you in self-defense? Here's a little move. When I grab you by your neck and you start annoying me trying to resist, and I just, and then I grab you by your neck again. Then what the fuck are you gonna do when your face is collapsed and your fucking cheekbone's broken? You ain't gonna do shit but cry.
I guarantee I changed the way you look at sex forever. You're gonna be fucking crying. I won't cry. I bet you cry, bitch.
Okay, god damn, I don't want to hear all this. I already know Andrew Tate stuff.
To Milk Bar TV for putting together.
Yay!
Bar.
Nathan gets...
Okay. Credit to Milk Bar.
Basic move.
Yay, Nathan!
A pimp.
Okay. Credit to Milk Bar TV for putting together that montage. We have ones we could go through that would take us all day with young women in tears about what they claim he did to them, about alleged beatings. I mean, videotapes that purport to show that. We haven't been independently able to verify this stuff, so I'm not going to put it on the air. I'm just saying there's a ton. You could swim in an ocean of that stuff around this guy all day long. And for some reason, his status has somewhat divided conservatives.
No. He hasn't divided conservatives, Megyn. He has the ones that can get paid off on his payroll. Now, Candace is not on his payroll. Andrew and Candace's gay husband are former lovers. I don't know, maybe they hook up every now and then, this and the other. But those two have had a long-lasting relationship. That's why Candace is in it. Roger Stone is being paid off. Benny Johnson paid off. BPD paid off. Who else is being paid off? Tucker Carlson paid off. Who else? I'm missing a conservative. But Mario's not no conservative. Hodge twins paid off. There you go. Hodge twins paid off. These are conservatives that are paid off. They took the money because they can be bought. And I always said everybody got a price. Everybody got a price. So it's not a divide. These people are not on their side because, you know, they're like, well, these guys is for free. No. It's the money. Okay. You see where the conservatives are talking about suing Andy who? Forgot his name. Zach something. I don't know what that is. So there's that.
There's a faction of the right that is celebrating him, and I guess his brother too, their return to the United States. There was even a report that Rick Grinnell, who has been getting hostages out of places like Venezuela, was instrumental in orchestrating their return. He's denied it, but it's been admitted that he at least had a conversation, I think, with the Romanian foreign minister about the Tates. Now he's claiming, he didn't insist that they be allowed home, but suddenly they got released to come back home. So I don't know what the truth is there either.
I believe he had a hand in it. I do. That right there, I believe.
But I'll tell you what I do know, and that is that there is a group called the Tampa Bay Young Republicans, which is a young Republican group down in Tampa Bay that has decided to invite this guy and his brother to come speak to them. This is what they tweeted out. TBYR formally welcomes these two guys to Florida. As free speech absolutists, the Tates haven't been formally convicted of any crimes and are welcome to speak to our group. We're old enough to remember when a convicted felon won the presidency. Like, every claim against any Republican is bullshit, Emily. And like, all we really need to care about is whether you're facing criminal.
Did that still happen? Oh man, this is oh come on. This isn't about to go. Hold on, let me see. It's about to be over with. I may want to see the whole entire thing.
Charges, as opposed to whether you are a piece of human excrement.
Hold on. We got to go to Megyn Kelly. We got to go to her entire. That was so long ago. What day was this? Hold on a second. What day was this? This was, okay, March the 1st. March the 1st. That was a while ago. Okay, the 5th. 4th. 3rd. Is this it? Oh, February 28th. No. Wait. Dude, I hate that. Oh, here we go. Never mind. Go to her actual, the Megyn Kelly show. Okay, Megyn, I'm not gonna be doing all this hunting for your show, girl. It ain't even that deep for me. March the 8th. I saw a cute picture of the little boy with the cancer hugged up with Melania. It was so precious. It was such a precious picture. And he looked like he was like so like
lines on your face. It's fine. And
okay, what is this? The 3rd. Jeez Louise. On the 28th. On Call Her Daddy with. Is this it? Hold on a second.
so many Republicans
No, she didn't wear this. Oh.
and conservatives did not find it funny and were just generally pissed off about how the afternoon went yesterday.
Well, yeah, and it's totally missing the moment. It's completely tone deaf. And what they were trying to do, I suspect from that, was
Megyn Kelly. Shocking reports. All right, maybe this is it.
I would like you to unleash your specialness on Monica Lewinsky, who went on.
I don't hate him. I think she looks good.
You don't hear her beating in the public eye, and she was.
I guess red pill society at large. Yeah. It's like she's on a kind of redemption. She went on to call her daddy to promote her own podcast, which is called
Lord.
It's called, what is it called? It's like,
don't worry about it.
It's called Reclaiming.
There's not a single listener who will be tuning in to this show.
But it's called, I think it's Reclaiming, and she's reclaiming her narrative. And
but she already did a whole movie about that.
Yeah. Exactly. It's been reclaimed. She's an interesting case study in how things have shifted from, like, nowadays we would never
Monica Lewinsky, y'all still talking about? We're still talking about Monica Lewinsky. Look how hard it is for me to find one particular show. All right, here we go. I found it. Damn. It was on February the 28th.
Make this even better.
Prime Minister Starmer added to Mr. Trump's comments on the Ukraine deal.
As you know, we've already...
In August 2023. In December, Romanian courts ruled the case against the brothers could not proceed to trial, the judge citing procedural irregularities from prosecutors, though there are still other investigations involving similar activities underway. The Romanian government lifted the travel ban on the brothers under the condition that they return to that country for legal proceedings related to these ongoing investigations. The next appearance is set for March. Meantime, Florida Governor Ron Desantis commented on their arrival in his state yesterday.
We have no involvement in that. I read about it through the media. Clearly, the federal government has jurisdiction, whether they want to rebuff his entry into the United States, and I have confidence that whether it's Pam Bondi or Kristi Noem, that they will be looking at that. I do know our Attorney General, James Uthmeyer, is looking at what state hooks and jurisdiction we may have to be able to deal with this. But the reality is no, Florida is not a place where you're welcome with that type of conduct.
The brothers are frankly disgusting. They're self-described misogynists. Andrew Tate is often referred to as the king of toxic masculinity, a moniker he endorses. Here's a small sample of his online musings.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that anymore.
The ministry denies any U.S. government intervention. Asked about this yesterday in the Oval Office, President Trump appeared to be unaware of these developments.
I know nothing about that. I don't know. You're saying he's on a plane right now? He's back. They already did. Yeah, I just know nothing about it. We'll check it out. We'll let you know.
Obviously, this involves, there's an English element here, so obviously it's important that justice is done, and human trafficking is obviously, to my mind, a security risk. And so we'll catch up with the story.
Sure. Prime Minister Starmer's interest in the brothers relates to charges they are facing in the UK. The brothers are facing extradition charges to the UK when their legal proceedings in Romania wrap up. British officials are investigating allegations of rape and human trafficking against them. In December, a British court ruled that the police could seize more than $3.3 million from Andrew Tate to cover years of unpaid taxes. New developments in the fight to protect women and girls' sports in this.
All right, so there's that.
Are slave-minded.
All right, so it looks like the Matrix is attacking Andrew Tate once again. This guy just can't catch a break. Like, right when he thought things were about to turn around, the Matrix gets him again. And this time it's Ron DeSantis going after him. I guess he's an agent of the Matrix, and Tate didn't know it. Like, he thought going to Florida would be safe, but when he got there, DeSantis said he's not welcome there. And then the Attorney General announced a criminal investigation into the Tate brothers.
These guys have themselves publicly admitted to participating in what very much appears to be soliciting, trafficking, preying upon women around the world. Many of these victims coming forward, some of them minors, people can spin or defend however they want. But in Florida, this type of behavior is viewed as atrocious. We're not going to accept it.
And then Tate tried to spin this like they're only going after him for political reasons because DeSantis thought that Tate might endorse Byron Donalds for governor over his wife, who's talked about running. But then after Tate said this, Byron Donalds came out and said,
I'm so proud of Byron. Byron was like, no, I don't support this guy.
So doesn't think Tate should be in Florida, and he supports the Attorney General launching an investigation into the Tate brothers.
You support the Attorney General's actions here?
I do. I think those allegations have to be fully investigated. The key thing is we don't tolerate the trafficking of women.
Are Andrew and Tristan Tate welcome in Florida?
No, quite frankly, not.
Yeah, so pretty much.
Ooh, ouch. Ouch, ouch. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh my God.
Everything here just backfired for the Tates. It's hilarious. Like, they're so happy to finally be able to leave Romania, and the first place they choose to go is Florida, but now they have another case to fight because of that, and they had to flee the state already. But while Tate was there,
fleeing our jurisdictions will not stop Florida's ongoing criminal investigation. We will continue working with our law enforcement and partners around the world to fight human trafficking and SA. Looks like the Tate brothers are leaving Florida after the frosty reception, including a criminal investigation.
Managed to do some podcasts like PBD, Nelk, and Candace Owens, of course. You know, she always has to defend him the most since her husband's good friends with him. Like, she would do anything for Tate. I mean, she literally defended a convicted child molester to help Tate. So Tate went on her podcast and basically just had a meltdown and almost started crying.
And what have I done since I've arrived? I did Patrick Bet David and sat on my laptop. That's all I've done. I've done Patrick Bet David, I sat on my laptop and I had Taco Bell. And I've got a criminal investigation?
Yes, you have a criminal investigation. Because you have done this you've done this into a country where you could pay them off, which you have been paying them off. That's why you got all these rug pulls, dude. You have to pay off that daggone debt. You know what I'm saying? Corruption costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
What the doesn't even make any sense. I'll be honest, Candace, if I was a slightly more sentimental man, part of me wants to cry because this is so ridiculous. This is so heartbreaking and so sad. For 4 solid years, every single day, I have protected my reputation for 4.
No, you haven't. I'm so shocked that most people are up on the Tates. Okay. I am so shocked. So shocked that they're up on the Tates. Really am. I really, really, really am.
Solid years. And for the first time in 4 years, I finally had a genuine smile on my face. That private plane to Florida, I land to another preliminary investigation. Why?
Yeah.
Why? I haven't done anything to anybody. You want to find a criminal? There's plenty of them out there.
You are a criminal. You've done a lot to a lot of people, especially women. You can listen, I have no problem with you using your pay pigs. I have no problem with that. That's what them stupid men are for. You're supposed to use them for that. Okay? You know what I'm saying? But you cannot do what you did against those women and think you're going to get away with it. Now, Romania apparently don't care as long as you give them enough of their money, but I like to see how you're going to get out of that with America. With the UK. And if the investigation is well underneath the way, you in trouble in here too. I like to see you try to come back after all of that.
So
why can't Candace go away? Because we have white people who hate themselves. That's why. Okay? The white race has on a massive decline. Okay. To where that on the right, that we have white people who do not care about the quality of blacks as long as they say something they like. Let's not forget, our side was the side that thought that it was a good idea to have Kanye West represent Mega in 2018. Okay? It was the white people that did that on this side. Okay? Candace ain't gonna go nowhere because white people hate themselves so much they got to keep her around so that they don't be guilty. They don't get too much guilt. So y'all just need to go ahead and accept that. Okay? The blacks who are in the position they're in are there because of the whites, and only because of the whites. Okay? Nothing else. So that's right. The reason why Andrew Tate is embraced, like it's really sad when you as a white man promote these animals that just get a thrill off of abusing white women. They abuse white women, brag about the abuse, teach other men of all races how to do the same thing. And then you got the other white men like, yes, they're pretty good. We love them. We love them. This is in a bad state, dude. They're in a bad state. Tate must have quality blackmail on her husband. No, it ain't about blackmail. They were lovers. Why do you think it got to be blackmail? They ain't got nothing to do with no blackmail. They were lovers. So, yeah. It's funny you would think they would have fled after Romania to Dubai or another Islamic country. Instead, they came to Florida, and now they are FAFO here in America. I thought that was strange too, but I think that their arrogance got the best of them, that they was going to do their best to intimidate that female witness in Florida, because they don't have no family in Florida. They have no family in Florida. They have no connections here in Florida. You know what I'm saying? So, do you think that the lure of her husband and Tate being look, don't think about it, okay? Shh, 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 shh. It's okay. Don't think about it. You're gonna hurt your brain. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about Candace. Don't worry about Candace's husband. Don't even worry about the Tate and Candace connect. Don't even worry about all that. But yeah, they just came to Florida arrogantly, and now they're like, oh man, we messed up. Okay, I think too the video I saw saying that. Can you shut up while I'm talking? Because you're talking about a bunch of nonsense and you're distracting me, and I'm getting a little pissed off. So shut up. I try to say nice. I try to do shh, 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 shh. No, I can't. No. I'm not going to ignore you. Let me tell you what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to do something better. Catch that 30-minute timeout. Don't tell me what to do. Ignore you. I'll time you out. There. Now come back after the 30 minutes and talk more stuff. And we'll get you a perma ban. How about that? Don't tell me to ignore you. This is my damn chat. This is my channel too. Clearly I have been gone so long that y'all forgot my MO. Y'all forgot how I roll. Now, if you don't like how things going today, then guess what? Log off. Don't come to the channel today. Come back Friday or Saturday. But you don't tell me what to do. So, y'all gonna learn. Like I said, everything, like when you be gone for a while, people just forget who you are. just forget who you are. Anyway, so they came to Florida, and I think they were just basically trying to like show, yeah, we innocent, we this, we that. Romania ain't gonna do nothing, dude. And it's like, whatever has to be done, I think America is gonna be the one to do it. I think if they get the charges here, we don't need Romania to expedite them. You could just go get them. You know what I'm saying? Who cares about that that S-hole, the crappy country? It's a third world country as far as I'm concerned. So there's that. Anyway.
He was going through it, and he kept flipping out about Desantis. And at one point, he tried acting tough by being like, come get me. I have nothing to hide. I'm right here in Miami. I'm not leaving. But then right after this, of course, he fled Florida. And also while he's...
Thank you, Florida. You were welcoming. Were they? See you in a few years. Will we? Will we really see you in a few years? Will we? I don't think so. I think if we do, we're going to have you up in the jail.
Ranting about this. He's like, I'm not scared. Come take my phone. You think I have evidence on there? You really don't think I wipe my phone every night? Which is obviously an interesting thing to say if you're innocent and have nothing to hide. So this podcast was going really well for him.
Want to play these games? I'm right here in Miami. I'm right here in Miami. Come get me. Arrest me. Perp walk me. Put me on the news. Tell everyone I'm a human trafficker.
He wasn't even in Miami when this happened. He was in Las Vegas.
You think I'm not versed? You think I'm not ready? I'm a Navy SEAL in this shit. Fucking come get me. Raid my house. Take my stuff. You think I sleep with a full phone full of evidence?
What house? You don't own no property here in America. You take my house. Take what house? You ain't got no house here.
My phone every night. You think I'm dumb? Come get me. Arrest me. Let's do this all over again. I've done it for 4 years in Romania.
Imagine saying this after you done fled Florida already and saying this in the comfort in somebody's basement in Las Vegas.
You think I'm scared of your state jail after an Eastern European gulag? I'm staying right here until the case is concluded. Because when I...
That didn't happen. You gone. I don't know. And to this day, I don't know where he is. Has anybody heard where he is right now? I just don't think I don't believe he's back in I don't believe he's back in Romania. He ain't in America though, but I don't know where he is. It wouldn't, there is no expedite very fatherless behavior. There is no expedition contract between America and Dubai, so
beat it here. Then what they're gonna say? I beat it in England. I beat it in Romania, and I
you didn't beat it in England because you didn't get extradited there. And by the way, you didn't even beat it in Romania. You just basically paid them stupid, incompetent, corrupt people off.
Florida.
And he hasn't beaten any of those cases, and he just left Florida. So I guess he wasn't that confident. But it seems like Candace will go all out trying to defend Tate. I mean, she was really fired up during this podcast, obviously because her husband and Tate go way back. And if Tate really is a pedophile sex trafficker, then it's not really a great look for her husband. So she'll do anything to defend him. And she started going off on Desantis, and she demanded for an investigation into him. She's like, I want DeSantis's phone. I want the Attorney General's phone. Like, she's just in charge of everything. It was so funny. And this was the one moment where Tate actually had some hope. And you could tell.
He was in Vegas. They said he left. Alicia, I don't know where I'm going by what people telling me. They're saying that he has left America already, right? I don't know if that's true. I know he ain't in Florida. That right there is true. He ain't in Florida. So whether he's in Las Vegas still or he's in the Caribbean, I don't know. I don't know. It's just like right now, it's like you can't depend upon a very corrupt country like Romania to do the right thing, because they're not. They're not going to do it. So.
Well, he was like, all right, that's what I'm talking about.
What should be happening right now is left and right pressure should be put on Ron DeSantis and the Attorney General to make a statement as to why that was done, under what grounds a preliminary investigation is done. I want to know, what is the legal route?
Because you have a victim. Actually, you have victims because there was a crime committed. Okay? That's how you do, that's how that works. When you have victims, okay, there's an investigation.
To getting Ron DeSantis' text messages that day. I want to know who was texting Ron DeSantis. Is it a FOIA request? Who was emailing Ron DeSantis and texting?
How about if the feds was texting them there, Candace? Then what? What if the alphabet boys were texting him? Then what? Or is this going to be the Jews' fault somehow? You going to blame this on the Jews? Okay, that's what you're going to do.
I don't want your phone. I want his. Okay?
Yeah.
Your phone makes no sense to me. I want Ron DeSantis' phone. I want the Attorney General's phone. I want Utmeyer's phone. I want to know what donors texted you and told you to move, because you were moving for donors and money and corruption, no different than a George Soros DA was doing. And I don't care if it's left or right. Wrong is wrong.
You nailed it.
So that podcast was basically them just flipping out the whole time. And Tate's other appearances weren't much better. Like, he went on PBD's podcast and he kept yelling about how he gets more hate than Epstein, which Tate and his fans always bring up to try to defend him. They're always like, well, what about Epstein? Like, they defend Andrew's trafficking charge.
Who somebody called Andrew Tate the Tamu Epstein? Who? They said Andrew Tate, the Tamu Epstein. Oh my God, I thought that was funny as hell. I said Tamu Epstein. Oh my God. Oh, Mistress Patriot. You're right, Travis. That's where I got it from. That's where I got it from. I was wondering who I got that from. Your name is Tamu Epstein. Oh, God.
Charges by bringing up one of the most notorious human traffickers ever. Like, if you ever have to resort to what about Epstein to defend yourself, it's not looking too good. And Tate acts like Epstein isn't one of the most talked about people. I mean, Rogan just had a huge episode with Ian Carroll, and they went deep into Epstein and his connections to Israel. And this is on one of the biggest media platforms in the world. So Epstein still gets a ton of attention. I mean, so many people on Twitter were sharing clips from that podcast. And, you know, obviously the episode's going to get tens of millions of views. And if you're interested, I'm going to be talking about that over on Patreon, that Ian Carroll episode. So make sure you check that out. But, yeah, Tate claims people are using him to distract from Epstein.
They say my name to distract from Epstein. Everybody knows I've never been convicted of anything. Because you have your lawyer keep filing motions to either dismiss, suppress, or reevaluate. You just keep delaying it. But they double down anyway as a deflection. And we all know who they are.
Like, people can't just focus on them both and dislike them both.
I get more hate than Epstein does. You know this human trafficking crap.
Yeah. Well, Epstein is dead. You still alive. Now, if you want to get less hate, I mean, you know what to do.
They hate on me more with no convictions. Yeah. Not a single picture of a victim. Not a single girl.
What? That is not true. This is the whole thing of just lying to just straight up lying. Not a single picture of a victim. Oh my God. That's just a flat out lie.
On the news saying I hurt her. Zero. Yeah. I get more hate than Epstein.
Well, we've never heard this guy's voice. You're one of the leading voices in the world.
I wonder if it's because the people who were on his island own the media. Ever crossed your mind?
Here we go. And this is, who the Jew? Adam. What's the man that's sitting up here who just finished talking? This is what I'm talking about. How could you be a Jew and you sit there and let him get away with this? It's always somebody else's fault. Always somebody else's fault. It's never his fault, though.
Maybe it's interesting. Maybe the people who are on his list own the media, and they're like, no, we didn't do human trafficking. This guy did.
And even if that is what the media is doing, is he not doing the same exact thing right here? And I mean, he just uses all the same tactics while he's criticizing the media for those tactics. Then also at one part, he brings up P. Diddy and, another sex trafficker to compare himself to. So this is an interesting strategy here to be like, I'm innocent, but there's so...
With so many this is crayons. With so many high-profile people supporting the Tate brothers, we have to ask an uncomfortable question. Is there a Tate list? There's an Epstein list. There's a Diddy list. But what about a Tate list? I'm just asking questions. Good question. Good point.
So many similarities between my case and P. Diddy's. Like at one point, he compared the release of that tape of Diddy beating his ex to the media campaign against him because, like Diddy, Tate also had a video resurface of him where he's beating his girl, who was only 15 at the time. So Tate starts going off about how he can relate to Diddy, which is a weird thing to admit.
Wait. I don't know Diddy. Never spoken to him. I'm not defending him because what they're about to say is Andrew Tate, sex trafficker, defends sex trafficker. No, what I'm saying is they've decided to wreck him. I don't know his side of the story. He may be guilty. His side of the story might be, yeah, I did it, but so did this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy. I'm only asking why only him? Because I think that's a far more interesting story.
Nice deflection. Hey guys, let's not look at all the stuff me and my brother did. Let's look at what Diddy did. Let's look at what Diddy did. Let's look at what he did. Okay, let's look at what he did. Guys, do not ask me no off-topic questions without putting some money behind it. Okay, I'm going to put you in timeout. Y'all going to stop asking irrelevant questions without putting some money behind it, okay? You want to ask me an off question, JD? You better put $5 behind your irrelevant off-topic questions. Now, I've been letting y'all get away with that lately, but that stops now. A new woman is in town. Y'all want to ask irrelevant question? I'm going to need some money. Okay, there we go. Thank you.
I know how this works, so I saw it and called it. This came out of nowhere. This was stored somewhere in the Matrix archive.
It still committed a crime. It's still bad. I mean, like, yo, this video of him beating Cassie, like, why did it come out now? This was stored. Okay, but he was beating up Cassie. Listen, I'm just saying, why was this stored? Why was Diddy beating up a woman? Listen, I just want to know why they bringing this out now. No accountability.
They decided to take him down. First thing you do is slander him, just like they did to me. Before we were arrested, there was a media campaign trying its very best to paint us as bad people. Why did this appear now? Why has this been said now? Why are they putting it out today? What is their further intentions? Why him? Why not the others? Why are we not talking about Andrew Tate's charity, TatePledge.com, where he gives $25 million a year away? Why are we not talking about the dog shelters he runs in Romania? Why are we only talking about an old joke he made 10 years ago? Why?
An old joke? You understand that during COVID, you were running your webcam business up until you got arrested. I know what you're talking about.
Nobody thinks why for any of this. And then they get played like a fool.
And I love that Tate just randomly threw that in there, that he's donated money to charity and opened a dog shelter. Apparently he thinks you're getting played like a fool if you don't question why people focus on his sex trafficking charges instead of him opening up a dog shelter. So when Epstein and P. Diddy got busted, if you didn't think, wait, why is the media focusing on sex trafficking and not their philanthropy, then you're getting played like a fool. I mean, if anybody did bring that up in their defense, that would just make them seem even more guilty.
Hold on a second. What are you talking about, Marquez? What you mean it's not hard to slander, defame Andrew? Have you lost your mind? Do I need to put you in timeout too? Hold on. You might be a tard, so I'm gonna give you an opportunity to justify that stupid statement you just said. Rescue dogs but traffic where the facts, no. Facts. Yeah, they are. And I'm about to, he got 10 seconds. I'm going to put him in a huge timeout. Because I'm like, what is wrong with you? And that's what you got to watch sometimes, Morgan. Like I've been doing it so long, I can see when somebody say something like, where'd that come from? Okay. So, all right. Should I permaban him? I was about to put you in timeout, but I'm thinking like, I kind of want, I'm not in a good mood. I think I'm going to permaban you. Yeah, I think I'm going to permaban you. Yeah, bye. Yeah, he gone. I'm a permaban. I'm a permaban ban him now. Okay, he's permabanned. There you go. Guys, listen. I may have been sick, and I'm still underneath the weather. But one thing I ain't is stupid. Okay, you guys should be treading on thin ice. You should be treading lightly in my chat. Very, very lightly. So he's permanently gone.
So Tate, him mentioning this is not a good look. You know, it's so obvious what he's trying to do. And his lawyer, he tried to do this on Timcast. And he's like, even if you think everything the Tates have done is true, they've still done much more good
this guy's about to get disbarred too.
For the world than bad. Which is pretty crazy to be like, all right, even if you guys accept that they have trafficked minors, at least they've donated some of the money they made from trafficking them, so there's still a positive to society.
That him and Tristan do what Tate pledged. They give millions and millions of dollars all the time to build wells, to give food. These are good men who have done a lot of good for the world, right? Even if you accept all the allegations against them is true, the amount of good that they've done for the world tremendously outweighs the bad. And
imagine saying that with your whole entire chest. Hey, I know they're PDF files. I know they R-worded women. I know they traffic minors. I know they beat the women up, brand them, do all kind of mean and hurtful things. I know they take millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars from stupid men, but look at how much they have helped with charity. Look at how much money they gave to charity. If there's a list, his lawyer is probably on it. Facts, Lonesome. Look at what they did for charity. So, you can commit any crime you want there, ladies and gentlemen, as long as you give to charity.
people don't see it.
And I don't know how a lawyer doesn't realize how stupid this sounds. Like, if your client is accused of sex trafficking and you defend them by bringing up how they donate money to charity, I don't know if that really helps their case at all, because, I mean, Jimmy Savile, Jeffrey Epstein, P. Diddy, they all did a lot of charity work and made sure it was really public. And Ghislaine Maxwell, like, after Epstein first got busted, she started donating money to a charity for sex trafficking victims. Like, she thought it would cancel out what she was doing. So they just make it so obvious that they're trying to whitewash their crimes through charity work. So it seems like Tate kind of uses the same playbook as them. You know, also like Epstein, it sounds like he might have had a blackmail operation too. Like, he once said the reason people want to be friends with him is the same reason people want to be friends with Epstein. And he said all his girls are spies and record every conversation. And he claims he could honey trap a president with his main girl if he wanted to. And that girl he admitted he met when she was 14.
A honey trap refers to a strategy often used to espionage or social engineering, where an attractive person, often a woman, uses romantic and sexual relationships to gain information, influence, or exploit a target.
14 or 15, and he was in his mid-20s.
Here is Andrew Tate openly admitting to being with the minor he's charged with trafficking since she was 15. Imagine if this footage exists with Diddy or Epstein. The fact people like Elon Musk support Tate is deeply disturbing.
And then he groomed her into sex work. And before Tate blew up on the internet and became famous, like when he's just known for being a pimp, he still had some high-profile friends, like Candace Owens' husband, George Farmer.
I've known Andrew for many, many years. I've known Andrew since before Andrew was Andrew. You know what I mean? I've known Andrew since before he was famous, I guess. Andrew is a great guy. He really is, and he's a wonderful guy in many ways. Like all humans, he's flawed. Off camera, I think he'll be the first person to admit that. Like he's a flawed human.
Tell me more. Tell me more. Who's the top between these two? Andrew or him? Sound gay, because he is. Andrew is the top.
I created a system that allowed me to convince girls to do this, allowed me to retain 100% control of their income. I know how to make sure the girl can't run away.
I know Andrew pretty well, and as I said, I know that he's full of flaws.
And I made a video last year about his connection to Tate and why Candace defends Tate so much. And I speculated that him and Tate probably used to party together. So if that's true, then Tate probably has some dirt on him or knows some shit about him that Candace probably doesn't even know. And him and Candace actually tried to address this theory, and it was just really awkward. Like, Candace kept laughing about it and saying how ridiculous it is because she's only met Tate a handful of times, which doesn't really matter because the theory is that he has dirt on her husband, not her. And her husband said him and Tate go way back. And Candace has a
way back. That's a picture of them right there. Way back, way back.
Picture of him in her home office. So it definitely seems like Tate is a close friend of her husband, and he barely says anything about it here. You know, they basically just try to joke about it and act like it's so insane, like who would even believe it? But it's funny because Candace is the one that thinks pornographers use sex workers to get blackmail on people so they can control them. So I just applied that theory to her husband and Tate. But now she's acting like, oh, it's so crazy. How could anybody think this? I mean, it just makes no sense. And also, I don't know if Candace is aware of this, but Tate's right-hand man, who is like the head of his war room, is a Zionist. So I'm sure if
Right, I forgot about this. It's the same. I got a super chat. TJ, thank you so much for the $5. All that charity the Tate brothers donated came with a steep price, trafficking women. Special kind of evil facts. Depends. Is Candace's husband father? No, of course he's not fatherless. I think men like Mar are bottom by default. No, his father was there in his life. I always find that men who always talking about the Jews, always got powerful Jews beside them. Kanye West is one of them. Well, not anymore. The Jews finally said, you know what? You are a waste of our time. Bye. How did an aristocrat get so chummy with a welfare boy? Sex. Sex don't matter your class, right? That's the one thing with these men. It don't matter. It don't matter your status. And all that matters what you can do. Could this be the downfall? There's no downfall of Candace Lonesome. The reason why there will never be a downfall of Candace is because white people on the right will never let it happen. They just won't ever, never have it happen. Candace is where she is because of inferior white people who feel that Candace is their only hope to stay connected to black people. They'll never let her go. They still are holding on to the Kanye West. After everything Kanye West did, right? They still are like, no, he's just going through something. He needs to be put back on his lithium. That's all that is. Y'all have to accept that that Candace is is a mole on white people on the right. Hashtag not all faces on the right. They're not going to let her go. Just like they're not going to let Kanye West go. So it's like they're just not going to do it. This is not going to do it. The left would have done it a long time ago, which they have done, right? But not the right. White people on the right, it's a special kind of self-hatred going on. So she can never do no wrong. And she ain't gonna go nowhere.
His husband didn't know Tate and wasn't involved in this, then she would be all over this theory. You know, this is right up her alley. But since her husband's involved, obviously it's a different story. And hopefully she doesn't figure out that Tate has a Jewish handler, because she'll just lose her mind.
This one that has emerged is definitely my favorite. That Andrew Tate has blackmail on you. It's just like, where did the top G's got blackmail on you? They're like, this is why. I'm like, what is anybody ever talking about? I can count, I literally think on 5 fingers how many times I've even met Andrew Tate.
Here's the thing. I mean, them two being butt buddies could be considered blackmail, but that'd make Andrew Tate look stupid too. So, no.
2 of them were the times I was interviewing him. Once at the Trump Hotel. I think it's 4. I think the total number is 4. Yeah, it's crazy. And so they think that they've developed this whole thing where like he's known you your whole life and he knows where all the bodies are buried. I'm like, people on the internet are mad, but I love a good conspiracy theory, so I love to read them about myself, especially.
Like, he hasn't told me if he has.
If he does,
maybe he does.
Andrew Tate. Also, if you are watching and you have a blackmail file on us, please let us know. Okay,
exactly.
Don't let randos on the internet know about that.
Yeah, so she really cleared things up here and proved that theory wrong. I mean, honestly, at this point, it might be better for them if people think her husband is being blackmailed, because at least that would explain why she defends someone as depraved and degenerate as Tate, because this is obviously not a good look. And when she talks about Tate, it almost sounds like she knows he's guilty, but she thinks he should get a pass.
She knows he's guilty, but that doesn't mean that that's the connection between her and her husband. Tate and the husband, though. Okay. Thick as thieves. I think people don't know how criminals, run rapid. But also, like, these guys were butt buddies. Like, why the hell would he, like, not be there for him? So, especially when he says, I was friends with Andrew Tate before he was Andrew Tate. So that means like when he was doing kickboxing and this and the other, and he was, needing, because he was still living in England during the entire time. So you never know. Could have needed a favor.
Because so many other people do it. I mean, it's so weird when she talks about him, because she'll also talk about how we need to crack down on pornographers because they're all using sex traffic women, which if that's the case, then shouldn't this be a good thing that they're going after Tate? Like, he made most of his money from that. His brother said he's gotten more girls into sex work than anyone else. And they also taught a course on how to separate a girl from her friends and family and make them fall in love with you so then you can get them into sex work. And he probably taught this to tens of thousands of people. And the method he describes sounds a lot like the Loverboy method, which is a form of sex trafficking. So Andrew and Tristan Tate might have been teaching tens of thousands of people all over the world how to sex traffic women. So if Candace really did want people to crack down on this stuff, you would think she'd be happy that these guys might finally face some consequences. But of course not, since her husband is friends with them. Instead, she'll defend them as much as she can.
Does anybody care about the hundreds of thousands of American children that are missing? No. The only human sex trafficking that matters is when it's Andrew and Tristan Tate. Have you ever seen any of the pornographers,
The people that are making billions.
Actually, that's just false. You can care about all of them. You just want him to get off. Because even when it's found that Andrew Tate is guilty, he goes to jail. People are just going to act like that Candace ain't never supported him this heavy.
Off of fee, get arrested because we know for a fact that those websites are trafficking or are using trafficked women.
I have recruited, I think, although you've worked with a lot, more girls into, I guess, the adult entertainment industry than anyone else. I really have.
You ever seen them crack down on any of those pornographers? Why haven't they done that? So you want me to believe, you want me to essentially just, I guess, defy all of my sensibility for a moment and believe that it's Andrew and Tristan Tate.
On CobraTate.com, I have my PhD program, and that is PhD is a pimp and hose degree that I'm.
Clever.
And
Clever.
That teaches basically how I got girls, how I met girls, how I got girls to like me, how I got girls to fall in love with me to work on webcam for me. Because that's what I did. That was my MO, was find girls, make them love me, and make them work for me. And that's how I got rich. So that teaches everything I know from start to finish about not only getting girls, not only obtaining them, but retaining them.
Why does the media hate these two men so much when we know there are worse villains?
Yeah, and she pretty much admits there that they're villains, but there are worse villains out there.
She sure did. She's like, why do you hate these villains when there's worse villains out there? Why hate these villains? There's worse villains out there. Leave these villains alone.
Defend Tate, promote him, promote Hustlers University. I mean, she's just turning into a Tate shill. It's wild.
Actually, you're so right. Like, I wish I had not been a fool and taken out $100,000. I paid it back.
Yeah.
But I learned nothing. And I would have rather have spent the $49 on the Hustler University program so I could learn what skill set. Here's what they're using. He literally said he learned editing skills that somebody else would have paid $150K to learn.
Yeah, we're doing very well. And
so it's $49. Tell me again how it works.
So it's $49 a month to get access to 18 modern wealth creation methods.
Like, who the hell would promote Hustlers University? Why would she be doing this? It's so embarrassing. But she's all in. I don't think she's ever going to stop helping the Tates, which is just funny. I mean, I love watching her do mental gymnastics trying to defend Andrew. Like, maybe she can find a way to shift the blame onto Tate's Jewish spiritual advisor, wizard person, Miles Sonkin, or Iggy Semmelweis he goes by. That guy's a character. Like, recently he did this really cringy podcast.
No. Sorry. Oh, God. Hold on.
All these losers tweeting negatively at me.
Make sure you check it out if you're interested. 20 other exclusive videos. As a character. Like, recently he did this really cringy podcast with another one of Tate's cronies, and it was so embarrassing. I talked about that over on Patreon. Make sure you check that out, along with over 120 other exclusive videos. I post a 20-minute video on there every week. That's where I'll be covering the Joe Rogan, Ian Carroll podcast. So make sure you check it out. If you
I gotta update a article too. All right, and there's one more thing I want to show you guys. Where is this? Oh no! Where is it? Here we go. Tommy Lauren ain't out. She ain't down and out, honey. So I thought this was a good video by her. That's on X. She uploaded this. Oh, I thought it was a while. She uploaded this today. I thought this was uploaded yesterday. Last week. This is today. Check this out. Really good.
So the Tate brothers are back in the United States after a travel ban on them was lifted while they face charges of human trafficking and other offenses they have denied. Upon their arrival, Florida's Attorney General announced a criminal investigation into the pair, and Governor Ron DeSantis has signaled their presence in the Sunshine State is not welcome. So whether you believe the charges against them or not, whether you love free speech or overt masculinity or alternative media or whatever else you believe those two are selling, I do not know why you'd want to be associated with them just based on basic human decency. Their videos and their worldviews may just be for shock value and attention, but that probably makes it even worse. They are proudly sexist and misogynistic and, quite frankly, gross. And that's not me just saying that, they advertise it. So why the hell they'd be welcome to sit cage side for UFC 313 in Vegas last weekend is
because Dana White is also the same way. You guys got to recognize the people that like, you can tell who's on your side by who hangs around who.
really beyond me. And why Dana White, someone who is now a face of the conservative and MAGA movement, would seemingly embrace them is also beyond me. Seriously, why? After all the conservative movement has done to take back masculinity, like true masculinity and manhood and fatherhood, this kind of embrace of those two who are truly the embodiment of toxic masculinity, that really sets the movement back. Yeah, they have a right to free speech, so great. Let them have their platform. But why the hell would conservatives give them ours? Like, why would we purposely
Because the conservatives are the most thirstiest people in the political sphere. They want somebody who's remotely cool so that they can say, yes, we got these people on our side. Here's why I was like, they still go crazy over Kanye West. Who is then when Nicki Minaj began to question about COVID, they was like getting all, trying to like, they put a mega hat on top of her. And she was like, y'all need to stop making these stupid memes. I do not have no mega hat on. So I'm just sitting here saying like the most thirstiest white people are the ones on the right. They don't care if he is a PDF file or R word, this and all that. They don't care. They're like, hey, he's popular. He brings in the numbers. Let's hitch our wagon to him. They're just so hungry and thirsty for some relevancy to show that they're the real cool people.
Cozy up to trash. I said the same thing about the bizarre and stupid conservative embrace of Kanye West.
Facts.
Someone throws on a mega hat or says something even halfway complimentary of Donald Trump, and we wrap our arms around literal trash because of it. No, I think that's gross. And for the record, masculinity isn't demeaning women for fun and attention and clicks. Masculinity isn't being promiscuous and boastful and douchey. Masculinity is being a good man, a good partner, a provider, a man of faith and godliness. Masculinity is treating people with respect and never starting a fight, but being willing to protect and defend when necessary. Masculinity isn't the Tate brothers. I'd argue they are the opposite, actually. They're small-minded men with big egos, and they are tumors. So why would we allow the conservative movement built on faith and values to be their host body? Again, gross.
Okay. All right. No lies there. Yeah, as a right winger, I honestly hate most of the people on the right. Same here, Mars. Same here. Imagine how I was feeling when all this was going on. Like, dude, I cannot believe you guys are just like embracing anybody on the right just because like you think that they're gonna make us look cool. Jeez, dude. I was the first one, and I stood by myself for a while, saying 2018. I said I'm not embracing no damn daggone Kanye West. Say the same thing about Omarosa. Said the same thing about Joy Villa. I said the same thing about Candace Owens. I said, I'm not, no. No. All right, guys. We can watch one more thing, and then I'm going to lock it down and probably start working on some videos tomorrow. Should we? Oh, I forgot to tell you. Okay. Also, Andrew Tate went on all these other people's podcasts except for Fresh and Fit. Wrong. He didn't go on there. And then Myron starts coping by saying, well, the reason why Andrew Tate can't come on our show is because them being on our show has been this. I think Myron said something about them being on their show has been used against them in their case. Have Myron done anything recently, Olivia? Because the only thing I know to talk about is what I just talked about. How they refused, like the Tates go on. The Tates went on some nobody show that nobody heard about before. Some white guys. And they asked if they was gonna come on the Fresh and Fit. And even Brian from the Whatever podcast wouldn't even do a collab with Myron. Ain't that something? Oh boy. I'm like, wow. What's going on? Let's see. Okay, hold on.
So the Tate brothers.
Oops. Nope. No IRS for earners under $150,000. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick has revealed that President Donald Trump aims to eliminate federal income taxes for individuals earning less than $150,000 annually. This proposal forms part of the broader tax overhaul plan, which also involves replacing income tax with tariffs on imports to generate revenue. While the policy would provide substantial tax relief for many Americans, it has sparked debate over its feasibility and economic impact. Oh my goodness, is that possible?
How about no tax on tips? How about no tax on overtime? How about no Social Security? How about all those things? These are the kind of thoughts that will change America. I know what his goal is. No tax for anybody who makes less than $150,000 a year. That's his goal. And that's what I'm working for. How about no tax on tips?
And are you worried that at some point Americans are going to feel like there's a bunch of billionaires in Washington who are playing Russian roulette with our retirement?
$2 trillion deficits don't bother you at all. How could you ask me, while we're running a $2 trillion deficit, and not care? You're destroying the people who have run this country before, are destroying the future for my children and my children's children. I can't have a 50, 75. We have a $36 trillion deficit. And we used to run deficits of $400 billion. Now $2 trillion, everybody's like, Who cares? I tell you what, who cares? Donald Trump cares. And when we balance the budget, you know what that means? That means our deficits stop. Interest rates come smashing down. His goal is to have external revenue. You know, the way I think about it, we all are so used to paying taxes. We're so used to it. We have like Stockholm syndrome. You know, don't stop the Internal Revenue Service, God forbid. How about this? The rest of the world leans on our economy, breathes off our economy. Not only is our economy $29 trillion GDP, but we consume $20 trillion a year. We are the buyer of everybody's stuff. We buy everybody's stuff. So who's more important, the people who sell stuff or the people who buy stuff? So we are the buyer of everybody's commodities, products, goods and services. Everything comes from us, right? Let them pay a membership fee. We all understand that model. Let them pay. How about we, you and I, and every single person we know pay less? How about no tax on tips? How about no tax on overtime? How about no Social Security? How about all those things? These are the kind of thoughts that will change America. I know what his goal is. No tax for anybody who makes less than $150,000 a year. That's his goal. And that's what I'm working for.
Okay. I'm all for not paying taxes. I am. I'm all for that. What else is going on? Rosie O'Donnell. Joe Kick with a cut. Oh God, that looks nasty. Ugh. Last thing I want to look at is some pizza. Not much is happening out there, huh? You know what? Entertainment. Hold on a second. Daniel Craig. Netflix and Greta Gerwig's upcoming Narnia's movie is eyeing Daniel Craig. Oh my God. Oh my God. I hope that was AI. I hope that was AI what I just saw. Oh my God. Please tell me that was not in the daggone Bond movie. The internet is very scary. Oh my God, dude. Do you want a regular silver, gold, or platinum? Huh? For what, Joe? I'm sorry, I'm just now reading your stuff. Good gosh, dude. Oh, man. Playboy Cardi just pinned Kai Cenat comment confirming a release Friday. It is actually happening. It's time. My whole timeline is Kai Cenat slander. T-Pain runs into Kai Cenat at the airport. Carson Knight walked in on a 16-year-old in the back. Okay, I'm not clicking on that, dude. Gotta be careful with these crazy people. All right, I guess let's I guess we will just do a cool down. How Daniel Craig on a scale of 1 to 10? I don't know. I mean, what I just saw, you can't even ask me that after I done saw what I just saw on Twitter. That kind of like messed up my stomach, but it also messed up my head. I'm just hoping I'm really hoping that was not in the movies. Oh, God. AI does crazy things. That right there was too crazy. I needed to be warned. I needed to be warned first. I need a warning. I think I'm gonna make a smoothie. I'm still on my fast. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it to 21 days though. It don't seem like it. Oh God, it doesn't seem like it. Maybe I just make it to 14 days. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So, I'm gonna do my best to make a video for tomorrow. And a video after that. I got another phone. I haven't transferred the number over yet. I got another phone so that I can do TikTok videos and stuff like that. So I got to start like putting out videos and stuff here. So there's that. I really be looking for, talking about the secretary saying membership fee for other countries. I don't think they're broken down in silver, gold, and platinum. I think it's just about how much money. Like, I think like if you got $5 million, you know what I'm saying, you're an upstanding citizen. Oh, well, you was joking. Well, you're not really good at joking, Joe. Have I ever laughed at any of your jokes? Because a lot of y'all can't joke. Twice. Name one joke I laughed at. Has your fast affected your gym performance? I'm still sick. I cannot. Going to the gym is not even possible. And until I am 100% like back to normal, the gym is not even possible. That ain't even on my list. So but the gym is one thing I'm not really worried about either. So because of the fact that, I did not mean to lose the weight I did have. I was fine with where I was, but yeah. You know, it is what it is. Feel better too. Thank you. I really hope. I'm thinking that today is Wednesday. I'm thinking that by Saturday, I should be back to my normal self. That's what I'm saying. See, Joe, you can't even name what one of the times I laughed at. You can't describe one joke you told that I laughed at. See? I was like, I don't be laughing at your joke. You be making up stuff. So I gotta update my Patreon. Oh. Update my Patreon. I'm gonna do a video tomorrow. This and the other. So yeah. Let's see if I can do that. Ugh. You liked the couple kickbox Samuel Jackson. You liked the couple kickbox. The couple kickbox Samuel Jackson I did. I laughed. I probably did. I know I laughed at one that Thoughts did too, but you're using Samuel L. Jackson's voice. That's not telling a joke. That's not telling a joke. You and Thoughts did something with Samuel Jackson. I thought it was hilarious, but you weren't telling jokes. You weren't doing like, ha ha, knock knock, who's there? Y'all weren't doing those type of jokes. You was just like the whole joke you just did in the chat about the silver, gold, platinum. Like, what does that mean? Like, I'm telling the joke. Like, that's just stupid. If I look at you, and by the way, you ain't the only one, Joe. Okay, because a lot of people try to tell jokes they're not funny, and then when I read it and I go, I don't understand what you're doing. Oh, I was telling a joke. That you're not funny. Y'all think y'all hilarious until I read your joke and then I go, I don't understand. You know what I mean? So there's that. Tree, can you do a video on a topic, ladies, what not to do, or advice on femininity? And that's too broad. That's all over the place, and that's too broad. You want to narrow that down tremendously. So, and I don't think women have any problems with femininity. In my opinion, they're too feminine. Hence why they get their ass beat all the time by men. Hence why they sit up here and encounter men in the bathroom. They don't know what to do because they're in their femininity. Oh my gosh. I was going to suggest starting an Art of Seduction book club. Y'all can start any book club you want. I'm not starting no book club though. I'm busy. So, yeah. Anyway. Okay, guys. Well, it looks like that's it. So, I'm going to... I hope that little blurb from the Tates don't remove my monetization or whatever. Tone of voice is usually why it's hard to read sarcasm. Yeah, I mean, it's not that this tone of voice.
Joel just tipped $10. Tree, you know you've laughed at least once at Joel's corny motherfucking jokes.
No, I laugh at this. I laugh at that because that's funny. But without Samuel Jackson's voice, it's not. You ain't funny. That was funny. Yeah, that was funny. But I don't. You gotta use Samuel Jackson's voice for me to laugh. Ha ha. Ha ha ha. All right. Thanks for the $10 too. Appreciate that. All right, guys. I'm gonna go. I gotta see if I can do a political video as well as a regular video for this channel. Wish me luck. Okay. Now, so I'll talk to you guys on Friday. Yeah, on Friday. Okay. Later, taters.